I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife. And he said his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of his wall. It's way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. That's right, baby. Tall points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that. It looks like two balls in a bong. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right. This is what you get. My super laser piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot. You have 23 hours for the piss droplets hit the fucking earth. Now get on my fucking side before I piss on you too.
Thanks, Obama.
Welcome to Reshoot, amateurs in no suits. Too many movies to explore. Ruthie, Hector, and Ed, laughter till the end. Let's see something never done before.
Welcome to Reshoot, an amateur's guide to gooder film.
We're about to get evicted from this apartment.
I am a host, joined by a coughing lunatic.
I'm Chili Dogs. Hector.
Why didn't you warn me we were gonna?
I made up with it on the spot. You don't have to have one.
I'm the two polygons of tits for what's in place.
Rooch.
I'm Rouge's tits.
Yeah.
Ruthie.
Oh, the two polygons. I'm Tomb Raiders. Lara Croft polygon tits.
Solidarity.
Triangle tits. Tetrahedron tits.
Ed, if you haven't seen the Sonic Adventure 2 fan dub,
You're missing out.
You're missing out. That's what I referenced in the beginning.
Yeah. That's the only way this movie could have been better.
Yeah.
The only way.
In our podcast, for those of you who may be new, we take movies we like, we dislike, somewhere in between, and we make them objectively better.
This one's a hard one.
This was really hard.
We've done a lot of hard ones.
By the way, the movie is Sonic 3.
Yes. Which you know, because you clicked on the...
I know, but still. It's Sonic 3. Make it clipped out of context. You don't know that.
Or maybe it autoplayed. That happens to me.
That does happen.
That does happen. But yeah. This movie was so good, right?
Yeah, the trend of this trilogy is just
upwards.
It's getting better.
It does.
Well, that's it. End of the podcast.
No, because the first one was a very good introduction to everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, we got like crazy Robotnik, plus Knuckles and Tails. And then this one we get Keanu Reeves, Reeves and 2 Robotniks played by the same person. So like double Jim Carrey is just better than one Jim Carrey, so
yeah.
Well,
could made Ace Ventura better. I got a crazy idea, guys.
All right, episode Cesar.
Yes.
Do your duty.
Should I go first?
You said duty.
Ha!
That's a joke that would have been Sonic 2.
Sonic 2? More like Sonic...
No!
Sequel!
Alright. I'll start.
Because I could have said doo-doo, but I didn't.
Oh. Didn't have to explain the joke. Just let Ed be lost.
Yes.
He's the prime audience for the Sonic movies. You guys know. So... Sonic the Hedgehog 3, my likes. I finally turned around on Jim Carrey as Robotnik. He stole every scene he was in, and I wasn't even like...
Wait, were you critical of Jim Carrey in the first 2?
He hated Jim Carrey in 1. He tolerated him, too.
And I loved him in 3. I don't mind, adaptations changing things. I just wanted actual Eggman. By the end of it, it's his own thing. It fits. I'm fine with it. These movies are fun. I was a hard ass. I've turned around. My character arc is complete.
That fourth wall break, though,
was so funny. My favorite line in the movie was when Dr. Eggman tells his grandpa, "Can you believe it?" And he's like, "Yes, I can't believe it either. A woman in the military." fucking lost. Ed was right next to me. We were the only people in the theater without
Without
kids.
Yeah.
It was really funny. And like Ed lost it. I was right next to him. My ear was hurt. He
Because it
laughed
was
so hard.
because it was like it was a good setup and misdirection because like the younger Jim Carrey, the younger Eggman, like he said something like, "Can you believe this?" about like something she did or something
That she won.
Nope.
That she took both of
that she
them.
won or like backstabbed him or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then the older Eggman's like, it was a really good joke, honestly,
Yeah.
and I
And
can't believe they put that in a fucking. I don't know. It seems like this movie's geared to kids and then teenagers.
it's I mean, it's a lot of it. The kids grew up with these movies,
Yeah,
and some have
and
grown
then
up.
there's us. I mean, I'm not a
I
fucking
honestly, Sonic
fan.
Adventure 2 is like my favorite Sonic game that I never owned. I always played at a friend's house.
I was probably the age group that they weren't aiming for. Like I was probably like the biggest age gap through everybody there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Like
I'm just the
young people?
misdemographic entirely. I
What?
was like right after, and
Yeah,
I got the
I know,
wrong
but
filming.
there were young people like you, Ruthie, and then there were old people like the parents, and then I'm like dead in the middle there.
Yeah. Also, the whole cast did great. Like, nothing felt wasted or useless, really. Well, there's one, but like the human characters, they finally fit.
Yeah, and there weren't. I mean, the only like major human character was Eggman's. But
Tom,
still, yeah,
Tom's almost dying.
Thomas.
Yeah, Tom, the Donut Lord, almost dying, making Sonic go all angry.
Oh, Donut Lord. I need that. I need that sweater.
Yeah, right. That was such a good sweater.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was really good. Live and learn in the final bit with Sonic and Shadow working together, perfection. And the thing is, you can hear it all throughout the movie, all throughout the soundtrack. When they show Maria playing guitar, she's playing Live and Learn. So it was all that leitmotif was all throughout the movie, just subtly, and then at the very end, just we got Crush 40.
For
It
the
was great.
uninitiated Hector, what's the significance of the song "Live and Learn"?
It was the song used in Sonic Adventure 2. It was the big, like, because every game has like a big song.
Mm.
That was their big song, and it's like the most popular outside. I think Escape from the City, which is in the very beginning of Sonic Adventure 2, which
That was also in this movie.
I listened to the soundtrack. I couldn't hear it.
Uh.
They even had a different instrumentation of the final song of Sonic Adventure 2 when Sayonara Shadow.
Yeah, and this movie's based on Sonic Adventure 2.
Yes.
By the way.
Very heavily.
Yeah, like pissing on the moon.
Did you guys feel like the Super Sonic versus Super Shadow fight's like the closest thing we're gonna get to a Dragon Ball Z film?
Like a good Dragon Ball Z film that's
Yeah.
not done
No,
by Toei Animation. Yeah.
There hasn't been a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
There hasn't. I
There
mean,
hasn't.
technically the original,
Yeah.
the one that Ruthie and I saw was Dragon Ball.
That
No,
was
no.
that was a
Wait,
fever
what?
dream. That was a shared fever dream.
No,
Mhm.
there isn't even a Dragon Ball live action movie, bro.
It was made in like the 70s by Taiwan. It's amazing.
Oh,
Oh,
It exists. It exists. There's an actual live action one from like I
Okay.
think the 70s or 90s.
I thought you were just in on the bit.
No, that was an actual thing when I mentioned in the episode. There is an actual live action Dragon Ball that's decent, from all accounts, decent. I've never seen it. Also, holy shit, they found a way to fit in the Bio Lizard, which is the true final boss of Sonic Adventure 2, through the puppet show, and they tied it back to Shadow. That was actually clever.
oh yeah, the Bio Lizard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was
because
so funny seeing that after watching the fan dub.
and then yeah.
Shit.
And then Shadow's like, "Oh, am I a monster like that monster?" In the one we saw in the movie, and I'm like, "Oh wow, they actually tied it in."
Yeah, I think if you're not a Sonic fan and you plan to watch this movie, which you should watch the Sonic Adventures 2 fan dub first to get the full enjoyment. As I am not a Sonic fan, these guys forced me to watch it, and I enjoyed the movie much more, and it made the movie much funnier.
Yeah.
You forget, we force fed you to watch it hours before we went to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I I I was not enjoying watching it at first, and then the whole piss thing started happening, like pissing on Robotnik's wife and all that shit, and it got really funny really fast. Also, the two
Team for
polygon,
affinity over here.
yeah, at least I don't have two polygons for tits.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's and like guys, they're making this fandom live. Most of them don't know anything about the
Yeah,
games.
it's improvised
The only person
lines.
who knows is Penny, who does the
Oh
voice of
my
Sonic. Um, my biggest worry was how they were going to handle Maria's death. I like that they found a way to do it without triggering school shooting survivors. At first, I was kind of upset, and then Ruthie was like, "Yeah, there's school shooting kids who survived school shootings." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, they handled that well then."
Oh, because she died to explosion. right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the gun set off an explosion, which
Tasteful.
tasteful, and if anything, it's arguably worse. She burnt alive. Um.
No, she died to the shockwave.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so this is for more of the game fans. There was some really good synergy this year because they re-released like the best Sonic game in recent memory, Sonic Generations. They added a whole new Shadow thing that was really good, and it even had DLC levels for the movie. And then the movie released, and it was like the Year of Shadow they were calling it, and they actually pulled it off.
Mad
Wait,
lads.
there was DLC for that re-release that was
Mhm.
part of the movie.
Well, there wasn't. So there was a re-release of the game with a whole new Shadow like a whole new Shadow plot,
Oh, okay.
kind of like
And that was the movie.
and then they had a level. Then you could pay extra to get DLC levels of Shadow in the movie, playing through Shadow in the movie in Japan, and it was voiced by Keanu Reeves.
Wow, Keanu voiced the game also.
Yeah, I mean he's done Cyberpunk.
I mean, yeah, but like I'm just saying, Keanu's in high demand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I think he's gonna be taking more voice roles. I think the John Wick movie's gonna beat the shit out of him.
He said he recently getting tangent here on Keanu because Keanu's the best man alive right now. He was recently asked if he would do a John Wick 5, and he's like, I really, really want to, but I don't think my knees can take it.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
the man's 60. He's earned it. He's earned his rest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Apparently he hurt his knees in all 4 John Wick movies.
Also, I'm skipping a few of my likes of my last one, but there's a lot of Easter eggs. Like I don't know how many times Ruthie could catch me going like, "Oh," and like there were really subtle ones down to like they do choreography or little bits that were like just literal like reshots of like the Shadow the Hedgehog game cinematics. There was a lot of deep cuts. It was fun. It was cool.
Yeah. So, how are you going to fix the movie, Hector?
Well, let me go with my dislikes to help explain some stuff. They did some lore changes, and I don't get why.
Movie.
Like, Maria lived in the space colony Ark in the games due to a sickness. I think it would have been nice to keep having her live in space. Like, she never got to experience Earth. Shadow never got to experience Earth. He finally comes to Earth, and it's not the peaceful thing that Maria wanted it to be. It's a place of hell. You know, it's Earth. It's complicated. It's messy.
It's reality.
It's reality. And they didn't have it.
That's minor.
It's
my
minor.
opinion.
I'm not, again, my dislikes are more nitpicks for the sake of the podcast.
Okay.
Like, keep in mind, I gave this movie 5 stars on Letterboxd, unironically. This movie is
too much.
it probably is, but like my little fanboy was like, not euphemism for my penis. My little fanboy was really like excited at this movie. Kirsten Ritter, Jessica Jones, I feel like she had a storyline that was just kind of cut.
But did I enjoy seeing her in the movie though?
I mean, yeah, you did. You have a huge crush on her, so yes. I'm wondering if they're setting her up to be so in the weird anime Sonic X. There was a Sonic anime. that lasted for many years. I watched a lot of it. Rouge, she had a gun agent who was a friend, and they just kind of went on adventures together. I'm wondering if that's what they're setting her up to be, and then they just kind of chickened out. They changed a lot of lore that I was less of dislike, and this was more iffy. Most of it was good. Like Gerald Robotnik, the grandfather being alive was different, and I think it was a good thing. It was just kind of weird. I still don't like that the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emeralds are the same, because they're different in the games. My stupid one was Shadow can use the Chaos Spear before being it, but he didn't have the Emerald. It was stupid. I just forget that stupid dislike. It was just a weird lore one. Okay, my fixes. These are very small. I like I said, this movie was a lot of fun, and I don't know how to. I didn't really know much how to fix. So we do get escape from the city as they jump from the helicopter. Does it make sense? No. I'd have preferred it to the Jelly Roll song. It worked, but it just kind of felt like, hey, we need more funding. Jelly Roll wants to put a song in the movie? Sure. Here's the scene. Kirsten Ritter's character, she's trying to get the 2 keys so she can sell them for money.
Okay.
She's just like corrupt government agent, so she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna steal these, and then it sets her up for Rouge, who's a treasure hunter who also likes, set her up for the next movie. I feel like Knuckles didn't do a lot for this film, and I know he just had his whole show, but like, I don't know.
No, I agree.
It felt like he could have just fought a bunch more robots inside the Eclipse Cannon. I didn't like Shadow's origin being rewritten. He came from space. I'm like, no. It's a big secret. And then right as like Eggman starts to read it, his grandfather, Gerald, just deletes him. But you do get the word Doom emphasized before he deletes the origins. And then bam, we can set up a Shadow movie that I'm sure they're making now.
Maria. We get
Maria.
more Maria.
We needed more Maria. No, you're right.
Maria.
Also, I can't believe we didn't just get like an Akira slide. We got an Akira slide up a building. Like,
Oh
Sonic.
god, that's right. I forgot about the Akira slide.
it was peak. It was genuinely peak.
Peak Sonic.
It was peak Sonic.
Peak Maria.
Maria. My favorite thing is people are taking some of the rougher, like the weirder lines from Cyberpunk that Johnny says, and they're just putting them on Shadow.
Oh, wow.
I've been seeing it online. It's really funny. I think my last fix is Maria lived in the Space Colony Ark, which later got turned into the Eclipse Cannon. Kind of like the games. I just felt like it I don't know, it just felt like it could have saved some money if they just made the one CGI place instead of both,
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird change. I don't hate it, but it was just kind of like, why? All right, next on the list.
How to fix?
I did fix.
You didn't.
He did.
I did.
Oh. Oh shit. I thought you were still listing dislikes for some reason.
No. I just said what I changed.
Okay.
Damn, dude.
Damn. I thought you were like on a huge just like rant about. I literally spaced out on the moment you.
You're
searched for
fine. You're
fixes,
fine. You're fine. You're fine.
And I
I
thought
get
you
it.
were just on a rant.
No, like I said, there wasn't a lot to fix. This movie was like
Nope.
really good. Like I came in with stupidly high expectations, and most of them were met. I'm satisfied.
Pick me.
Okay, I'd go.
I can't fix the movie.
Coward.
Just kidding. I'll do for the sake of the podcast. I'll do likes and dislikes. Likes Maria.
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 That was, it's so just like a normal line, but it's because Keanu Reeves is saying it as the voice of Shadow. It just makes it so fucking funny. I have no idea why that's so funny to me.
Because he's a edgy black hedgehog who has a gun and uses a motorcycle and can teleport. Like, come on.
And he falls in love with a.
He's not in love. They're brother sister.
Oh no, they're friends. That's right, they're friends. And
Cool bear bit.
Oh yeah, the Colbert bit. Did you see it, Ed?
The what?
There's a bit where Ben Schwartz is on Colbert to the Tonight Show, and there's a point where Colbert says, "Well, I know Shadow and Maria are in love," and Ben is like, "Whoa."
Like what? Who told? And everyone's like, got the intern who told him that's gonna get fired.
Yeah. No, but like, yeah. Okay, so, but that for the casual, just like not Sonic fan, but knows of Sonic and some of the story. I always thought Shadow and Maria were a thing. I always
Which
thought
is weird because, if anything, the hedgehog human romance fuckery is with Sonic
Yeah, it's happened with Sonic.
multiple
With
times.
Not
Sonic?
once.
I thought there was a second
There
one.
was not a second one. They learned their lesson after the first one.
Lesson after
No,
the
it was in the Sonic Bible. There's another one in the Sonic Bible.
Yeah, but that was never ever shown, so people just kind of ignore it. I think even the creators realized this is really weird and stupid. We're not doing this.
And yet
Yeah,
they still did it in 06.
06, I think, was the reason because they were like, okay, the Bible had it. 06 is a reboot. Let's just do it. And then it was like, we're rebooting the reboot. This was not a good plan.
But yeah, I always thought they were a thing and they're not. So
No.
that was a little weird. For me. Not a fault of the movie, but yeah, there is all everything I've ever seen. It's just like was filled to the brim with sexual tension, though. But you know, whatever.
What AMVs were you watching, bud?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Keanu Reeves was a weird choice for the voice casting,
And
but
yet
it
so
worked out.
right.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's fine.
as soon as I saw Keanu, I'm like, we're getting Shadow with a gun. That's the whole reason they got him in this.
Yeah, with a gun and the Akira slide, which was again peak Sonic fuckery. Another thing that that a list is alike is like most of the time, whenever I've heard of or like watched anything Sonic is an annoying piece of shit, and I fucking hate him. And I'm glad that
You're
it's
Team
not like
Eggman.
that in these movies. What?
You're Team Eggman.
I'm Team Eggman, yeah. He's an annoying piece of shit in the games, but he's fine in the movies. He's still very childish and like does bad jokes on purpose, but you know, whatever, it's fine. It's not.
Funny enough, I think he's less annoying in the games.
Well, that's because you're special.
Yeah.
You grew up with it, so it makes
I
sense.
grew up with it. I played my first game was I think I did the math. I was 7 when I got my first game. It
Which
was
one was
The
your
first
first game?
Sonic game.
Sonic Heroes,
Sa-
which is like the
Sonic?
worst one, arguably on
Sonic?
PS2.
Did you try to spin around like Sonic when you were little?
Like in a ball.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a damn. I'm not gonna incriminate myself on this podcast.
I did Naruto runs for a bit. If that makes you wanna reveal.
I did. I tried to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I did Naruto run in middle school once.
I did in college
Um,
once, but the context makes it fine.
Yeah.
not giving the context.
Everyone did Naruto runs later on in life as ironically.
Yeah, it was ironic.
Like dabbing ironically.
Ruthie dabs unironically though. She just
I
dabbed.
just did.
No, she's just a Gen Z. She's just a Zoomer. What else? Oh yeah, the double Jim Carrey was knocked out of the park. Whenever they're in the scene together, it's the best scene in the movie, and it just keeps getting better and better and better and better until the end. Because they peak at the dancing and the I don't know, woman in the military. Yeah. Oh yeah, for context, Jim Carrey plays young Eggman and old Eggman. Which
He plays his own grandfather,
he
like
plays
in
his own
Futurama.
grandfather. And the fourth wall break is like, we're a spitting image of each other, and they turn to the camera, break the fourth wall. It's like we're played by the same person.
I can't. Can I add one more bit? I can't believe we got the Eggman costume,
Oh yeah, the original.
the OG's
Yeah.
Eggman suit, and it looked good.
They looked really good. Yeah,
It looked really good. I was
'cause
so surprised.
that's a thing that I hope some people directing or some costume makers that are working on adapting just any other media that has visual context to it, not just books, but like I hope they take this, they see this, and they see that everyone loved the costumes because I haven't seen anything bad said about the Eggman costumes. Or like, don't modernize the costumes too much if it's an iconic look. Like,
Looking at you, Marvel.
yeah, like you can modernize it a little bit, you know, but if you keep the general aesthetic and you just do like I don't know like 10% or something adjustments to pick it up to snuff, basically, it it hits differently. Especially like yeah, looking at you, Marvel. At least Iron Man was good, but like every like at least Marvel is better at that than other people like
I
DC.
think now with James Gunn on in the wheel of DC, it's going to
Hmm.
be
I
super
was gonna
accurate.
say the old
Yeah,
Superman
it's gonna
costumes were
yeah, it's gonna be a
definitely,
lot
yeah.
better. I
I didn't
think.
like the Man of Steel costumes, I'll be
No, I didn't
honest.
like it either because it was Snyder, and Snyder was like, "No, make it dark, make it edgy."
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just speaking from a costume point. It looked way. It
Mm-mm.
was based off New 52, and I don't like New 52. The New 52 look for Superman. You know, James Gunn almost didn't have the trunks for the new Superman costume, right?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
The
Mm-mm.
actor was like, "You have to keep the trunks in." Think about it. How else is a kid gonna not be scared of Superman? He has silly little trunks on, and I'm like, that actually works.
Yeah.
Every time
Oh,
I learn something new about this new Superman, I get a little bit more excited.
Same.
yeah. But the thing is also like so going on the costumes because they're so great is like which is I think the biggest thing that Marvel and DC did is they they really shied away from bright colors
Yeah.
when that's like the whole thing about the superheroes. Bright costumes are supposed to stand out a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
kind
They're
of stuff,
superheroes.
right? Yeah, they're superheroes. Like Moon Knight. Why do I wear white? Because I want my enemy to see me coming and be afraid. Yeah. Um.
It's gonna be a hell of a laundry bill though after all the blood.
Hey, it's just warm water and lemon juice, just like Deadpool taught him.
Hydrogen peroxide.
What?
She hasn't seen the movies.
Oh, oh, yeah. In the first Deadpool movie, he wears a white costume, and Blind Owl tells him, like he's like trying to scrub the blood, and Blind Owl's like, if you want to wipe that off, just warm water and lemon juice, or just wear red, dumbass.
Yeah.
Why are the Deadpool movies weirdly accurate with the costumes?
Because
They weren't
Ryan
originally
Reynolds is a
Marvel.
producer,
Yeah.
and Ryan Reynolds, he had no idea who Deadpool was until he was contacted for Wolverine Origins,
Nope, he
and
knew.
he knew, but he
It
fell
was
in.
Blade Trinity. Blade Trinity. He made a bunch of jokes. Some dude some crew member was like, "You'd
Oh
be good
yeah,
as Deadpool," and he's like, "Who's Deadpool?" And then he read
it
Deadpool,
was
and he's like,
yeah, it
"Oh, I'm
was
making
Blade.
this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
fight for
it was.
this."
Yeah, that's right. It was a Blade. I remember now. Yeah, and he just fell in love with Deadpool after reading a couple comics.
Yeah.
What else did I like? How little Knuckles there is in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like
Damn,
Idris Elba as Knuckles, honestly.
Oh,
you know he wears the actual knuckles when he records, right?
that's hilarious.
Are you? No, that's not real.
No, I've seen video footage of it.
Yeah,
It's real. He wears the
yeah, share.
knuckles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find
show
it.
it to me and I'll believe it. Until then, X. Um, yeah, but yeah, and I also the like Eggman doesn't count, but the the human actors in the movie are very minimal and just very good balance on that. Because I think
Yeah.
that was my biggest issue was with the first one was like too much human shit going on. not enough Sonic. But they really turned that around once they introduced more Sonic characters and all that jazz. Can't wait for the Batgirl and her 2 polygons. Yeah, other than that, yeah, it's all really really solid. Jokes land for the most part, except for the ones that are supposed to not land.
You know, one of our friends got a little viral because years ago he made a joke about Konishi what, and then on,
Oh god.
and then that was a joke in the movie, and then as everyone saw it, they started finding him in it, and
They started tagging him on Twitter.
yeah, I
That's
started finding him on
stupid.
Twitter.
But yeah, like, and I think if you know it takes really good. I think it takes really good skill to make a purposeful joke to not land, and it not land in a good way.
Mhm.
It's like even like because it's like basically an anti joke. I don't know, something like that. Because they were still funny when it didn't land because of other people's reactions. Yeah, and the whole thing being very similar to what I saw of Sonic Adventures 2 was really funny.
We
Yeah.
just didn't get Sonic in jail. That's all that was or prison. That's all that was missing.
Oh yeah, Sonic in horny jail. You're not my dad.
What?
That was so funny. That's right. It's like, are you my dad? And the Tails guys is like,
Yeah, because
what?
it was Amy that said it, and Tails was
Yeah,
the one who made the
just
original
complete
gag.
silence for like a couple seconds because he didn't know what to say. And he's just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the whole Chaos Emerald thing at the end, and Super Sonic, Super Shadow, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm sad that spoilers, Eggman's dead, both of them. But you know,
Is there a
Yeah.
chance that they'd clone Egg? Oh no, Jim Carrey's not coming back, is he?
He said he'd be up for it. I hope he doesn't. It was a perfect ending.
Yeah.
It was a perfect ending. I hope they don't. I think that's why they did Metal Sonic at the spoilers again. They did Metal Sonic at the end because you could do a whole Metal Sonic.
You can do a lot with Metal Sonic.
He was the main villain in Sonic Heroes, which makes me wonder if the next game is Sonic Heroes, which
but Amy killed all those Metal Sonics. Also,
there's
Amy
more.
gets-
There's
Amy
more.
shows
There's a
up.
lot of clones. There's a lot of
There
clones.
was a lot.
Yeah,
She
and
didn't kill all of them.
Shadow, quote unquote, died also.
Also came back in the because they're making a Shadow film. They're gonna do a Shadow show, and they're like, if it does well, we'll do a Shadow film. I'm 100% sure they're gonna turn into a Shadow film.
They were gonna do a show unless this movie does really well. They're gonna do a movie, right?
Yes,
That's what
which
he said. Yeah.
yes, and I think it did well enough.
Did it
It's-
do well?
Isn't it still outperforming Mufasa?
I think locally it is. I'm not sure about outside of America because Mufasa's doing stealthily well, but Sonic's like
Yeah.
Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog, I still think is in theaters,
yeah.
right? All right. So the budget of this movie was 122 million. The advertising for this movie wasn't that much. At least I didn't see too much of it. I don't know how much they paid for cable TV and shit like that. Obviously, I'm also not the target audience. But as of
I think Hector and I saw
current-
a lot of advertising because somebody's a big fan.
yeah, as of current, this movie has tripled the budget.
Yeah, we're getting a movie. We're getting another Shadow
It's
movie.
made almost tripled. It's 340 million
Yeah, and it's
for
still going
122 million budget. That is fucking insane.
Yeah, no, these
Is
movies do well.
Literally stupid good
Mm-hmm.
for like I don't know, like a AAA or whatever you want to call it, like major studio film.
I feel like this and Wicked stole December really hard.
Oh, Wicked sucked, but you know.
What?
Wicked was worse than this movie, in my
Jesus, even I have feelings about.
opinion.
Jesus Christ.
Sonic 3 was better than Wicked. Fight me.
I feel like I should be. I'm like, I have never been more conflicted at you because I'm like, I converted you into somewhat of a Sonic fan.
No, not
But-
really.
Well, not really. The movies did, I know, but like, you
No,
like
not
these.
really. The movies are good. I'm not a Sonic fan
Well,
because
yeah.
of them.
Well, let me finish. Well, yeah, but still, like, I got you into these movies because I picked them for the podcast specifically to mess with you, and then you actually like them. And now you're saying it's better than Wicked, but I fucking loved Wicked, so I don't know.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I know.
You know what knocks Wicked down a significant peg though?
Do not go for it. I know.
Part
God damn
one
it!
or
Don't
two.
say, huh?
Part 1 of 2.
It would
That's
have been a
that's
4-hour
down.
movie.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, marketed as such at least.
You know, movies aren't allowed to do.
At least it had a good ending for part 1, unlike
We were
Stop.
just
specific
we were
movies.
just
We were
talking
just saying
about how
that
you had
you
finally
stopped
restrained yourself.
because of the time you screamed because of that movie.
We were just saying, wow, we haven't heard Ed talk about how much he hates Spider-Verse in so long. And Ed somewhere in the universe was like, hold my beer.
Yeah, fixes or dislikes. Yeah, I guess the only dislike was Jessica Jones or whatever her name is. I forget her real name. Where her plot just kind of ended.
Yeah.
It just kind of was there for a while and then just like, never mind. I want to see who needs Maria.
We're getting Rouge next. I swear. We just introduced Amy. We need another girl. We're getting Rouge.
Yeah,
and then
Rouge,
we're gonna
that
have her
girl.
in Rouge. Mark
Yeah,
my fucking word.
How would I fix this movie? Just the fandom. Just that's it.
Fix the fans.
Just make
No,
the
you
same
make-
movie again, but with the lines from the fandom.
Shut up, Amy.
Shut
Are
the
you
fuck
my
up and your 2
dad?
polygons. Are you my dad? Dude, if oh my god, at the post-credit scene, Amy shows up, kills all the metal Sonics, walks up to Tails. Are you my dad?
It was the Sonic. The Sonic.
But he's saying for
Oh,
his fix.
yeah.
To Tails. Like, imagine if both Sonic and Tails are there, and she just walks up to Tails. Are you my dad? And Tails is like,
What?
what? Cut to black.
Dude, I've been seeing like theater
Yeah,
reactions to the Amy reveal. It's nuts. It's like Tobey Maguire showing up in Spider-Man levels.
Well, yeah, because Amy's still iconic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Again, this movie is because it's not an amazing movie. I will say that it's not a 5-star movie for me, but it's also not like bland or stupid or like the worst that you can be of the movie, forgettable, like as a just okay. This movie is one of the most solid movies I have seen of recent memory. Gladiator 2 wasn't as solid as this because I have my issues with Gladiator 2.
There's rumors behind the scenes that why am I forgetting Ridley Scott's getting lazy now with some of the films.
Oh yeah.
Like behind, because he's like, oh, you just do them post credits. Let's just keep going, and it's not like they need another take.
He's going into we'll fix it in post kind of.
Yeah,
But,
I don't
yeah.
blame him. Like the man's earned it, but like, yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
kind. I think
Gladiator 2 could have been a lot better. It's still really good, but it has like those hiccups and like weird things and things that I dislike. This doesn't have any of that, which is weird, but but it's just so solid. It's such a tight script, and except for Jessica Jones thing, but that's just like the one thing in this movie that I found lacking. And it's a good thing that it's lacking because we don't want that many human characters in these kind of movies. But yeah, it's incredible that we're getting this kind of quality on a fucking Sonic video game adaptation.
it's
like,
gold. It's peak.
insane.
Yeah.
It's peak.
It's insane how like solid this movie is, and I wish this much care was put into other shit that is coming out as well. But yeah, I can't fix this movie. It's too good because I'm an amateur and the person who made this is an actual professional.
He worked on the Sonic. He worked on the Shadow the Hedgehog video game. That's like my favorite fact about this movie. So you
Yep.
can tell he was building up the Shadow the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And he definitely climaxed with this.
Everyone cared. You could tell everyone really cared. I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can tell that there was a lot of like care. Like people cared about these characters so much.
Yeah.
That's it, Ruthie. I can't fix the movie,
It's up to me. I will
Yeah.
fix the movie.
but it was me, Dio.
It was me, Dio.
Shut up, Amy. No.
Shut up, baby.
Are you my dad? What I liked
Oh.
about this movie, yeah, everything that they said. There's a lot of care in this movie. It's a really good sequel. It's a really good sequel. You can tell that they didn't just do it for the money. Like the actors are all just having a blast. I feel like that's the main reason that the director's keeping going, because everyone's just having a good time. And that's the best kind of sequel, really.
Also, they don't take themselves seriously. They don't take
Yeah.
this movie super seriously.
Yeah, they're just vibing. They're living their best life. It's
Yeah.
really, yeah, it shows. Yes.
I heard a rumor on Reddit that I just want to say. You know, Paramount owns this. They also own Mission Impossible, right?
Crossover.
No. Supposedly, the CEO of Paramount speaks higher of the Sonic films than Mission Impossible at this rate. I think.
Valid.
I mean, they're
this-
easier to
this
make.
This is this is more solid than Dead Reckoning Part 1, or now it's just Dead Reckoning.
Mhm.
Also, you sent me the video, Ruthie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he actually is wearing them. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who is this
Eat
man?
shit.
He's a true actor.
Yes.
I take it back. I like Idris Elba's Knuckles now.
Yeah. Okay. So what I disliked about this movie, it's
No likes?
what
I'm joking. Keep going. I heard what you said earlier. I was just fucking with you.
don't mess with me, man. I can't remember all the shit you said. I just agree with you.
Lamo.
What I disliked about this movie, and you guys kind of, Ed kind of touched on it with what's her face is. Both of you kind of touched on it, but a lot of the side characters, it felt like they didn't have anything to do. Like Knuckles and what's her face. Tom was kind of in the movie. He was in the movie as much as he needed to be. His wife, whose name is currently escaping me, it felt like you could have replaced her
Was it
with a
Maddie?
Maddie, yes. Maddie could have just kind of been replaced with a lamp and nothing would have changed in the movie. Felt like.
She had a little more to do in the Knuckles show.
Wait, hold up. The wait.
Maddie.
Sonic's
Maddie.
parents.
Yes.
Yes.
Maddie.
Maddie.
Donut
wife.
Lord's wife.
She had a pretty integral part in infiltrating the place.
Yeah, but that's it.
I also went to the bathroom in that part.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
She had a
right,
huge
yeah.
part in that. Yeah, she
She
Oh,
had
had
a
a
part.
huge part. The plan would have failed if she wasn't there.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, she had a bigger role in the beginning of the Knuckles show.
Okay.
Funny enough,
Oh.
I think Wade is the biggest, that has the most screen time of any of the characters just off the show.
Yeah.
Real quick, Jessica Jones actor. Her name is Kristen Ritter.
I've said it a few times.
No, I'm
but
the
me and Ruthie both forgot. I'm just saying Kristen Ritter so we could get
Kristen
her name
Ritter.
right.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Kristen Ritter, her role was kind of weird because she would have been a really good like gun heel character, and we didn't get that. And Stone, I felt like there was kind of something there. Like there's always the brimming sexual tension between him and Eggman, but I don't know. Like
I
I'm
didn't
trying to-
say anything about Stone.
I felt for Stone.
Oh,
it felt like I know his character arc is this. He's the same in all the movies where his character he is in love with Eggman, but in this one he kind of felt like how a lot of female leads of old used to be, where their personality trait was loves lead, and his is loves villain. That's it.
Yeah, I
No,
have
but
a
in this one he had an actual arc though,
sort of.
I felt like
because he gets over it, right?
No, no, it's
No.
worse now.
he's obsessed. He's still like put together and working for Eggman even when he's like in his
Watching telenovelas phase.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, we got the fucking like Shadow I Love Latinas bit a little bit.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, other dislike. Hector and I made a bet, and I told him I would eat my hat if they made a reference to Piss on the Moon, because it is my favorite joke from the Sonic dub. They did not include it, and I'm deeply upset. I would have gladly eaten my hat
They
if we
could've-
gotten like even a thanks Obama or you idiot. They didn't even have to use the word piss.
Or they could have honestly. They could have just. What I expected to happen is after the moon gets cut, Eggman's like, oh, I just pissed myself a little. Or-
No, they couldn't do that. This is a kids movie.
Yeah.
Is piss not allowed in
No.
a PG movie?
And I don't. I'll be honest, hon. I don't think your corrupt government thing would have, corrupt gun thing would have worked, because that's a kids movie implying that government bad. I don't think that would fly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what it was in the. So, guys, the games are crazy. It is a corrupt government agency, world government agency.
Yeah, it's a video game.
I know, but it's nuts that I was allowed to play this shit as a kid. It's a nuts. This heck, the GameCube version I played was the re-release of it, if I remember correctly. It was on fucking Dreamcast back in the day. It is crazy.
Sonic made this guy a conspiracy theorist.
True. But yeah. Anyways, back from my tangent. My main dislikes are some characters kind of falling to the wayside. And there were parts that were kind of like, even for a kids movie, it felt like it was ham-fisted, exposited.
Yeah.
Like a little much for a kids movie. It felt like they really had to, like, the scene that comes to mind is Eggman meeting his grandfather, because not 30 seconds before he turns around and looks at his grandfather dead in the eye, he says, I was an orphan, I didn't have family, who needs family?
Yeah. There's still the I mean, we still got the line from the first movie.
What you about?
The line where he was like, I wasn't he was like, like some joke about breastfeeding. It's like, I wasn't breastfed, I was raised in an orphanage, you jerk. And that was, I'm messing up the joke now, but like,
Breastfed? Is that you making it up?
no, it's an egg. It's
It
Tom
sounds-
saying something to Eggman when they first meet, and he's covering for Sonic.
It's a really fucking weird joke. To
It
put
was
in
a
kids'
really
movie.
weird joke, but it was really funny.
For
Huh.
you.
Yeah, no, I just think that's weird. Anywho, how I would fix this movie, I know things that I would mainly what I would fix in this movie, how I know I would want to fix it, is clean up the, like, Eggman backstory bits. I would either want him to have also grown up with Maria and Shadow. Maybe he was, like, really young, like he was a little toddler at the time. Or, like, it was, like, we see that there's a reason that his grandfather didn't take him in, like, with Maria. Because it seems like, I don't know, there's just, like, a big question mark in my brain about the Eggman family tree. What?
I have the newest game just answered that question.
Okay.
So, if we get into a more sympathetic version of Eggman in the new game, he has a virtual AI assistant who he treats like a daughter as the game goes on. Gerald only ever cared for Maria, and Eggman knew about this and was jealous when he learned. That's kind of why he's a bit of an evil kid, because all he would have had was his grandpa, but his grandpa didn't give a shit about him.
Yeah, I guess I just would have wanted a little bit more of that. I also
Yeah,
like
it would have been made more
it
sense.
would have been nice to see Grandpa interacting a little bit more with Shadow and Maria, so we could get a little bit more sense of why Shadow and like just how their relationship would have been when Maria was alive, and how that kind of morphed now that she's gone.
Yeah, because they tell you, but they don't show you as much.
Yeah,
Oh, well, they show it for Shadow for sure, but with Robotnik, yeah.
but it's like in the movie, it's uh Eggman Senior is using Shadow to just he's like obviously manipulating Shadow's horrible grief and guilt about Maria's death. I don't know. I wish I would have seen what was like before. That's just my thing. I also felt like I would want to add more scenes with like Tails and Knuckles actually acting more like siblings to Sonic. It kind of felt like Sonic and Knuckles didn't want each other around a lot of the time, and I know that's how it is in the games. I know that. I'm just saying, like, the theme of this whole trilogy has been like finding family. It felt like Tails and Sonic like slotted in really well, like IKEA furniture, and then I don't know. Somebody tried to
Knuckles
DIY
is like
Knuckles in
something.
there.
Yeah.
This is the flaw of them making a TV show, because they put it in the TV show that not everyone can access.
Was Sonic and Tails in the TV show?
Yeah, for like the first 2 episodes.
For the first 2 episodes.
But they actually had like Knuckles is grounded because of some pretty funny he did. And then
well, and his character didn't seem to change from either, like from the end of 2 to 3, even though there was a TV show. I didn't notice a lot of differences.
I would make can I push back on that?
Okay.
The scene where Sonic's saying, "Give me the Master Emerald," and instead of fighting him, Knuckles is like, "I'm trusting that you'll make the right choice you don't want to make right now," and tells him where it is.
I don't know. It seemed kind of reasonable after what happened in 2, because
Yes.
Sonic was kind and reached out to him and saved him.
And he was giving him that same chance again.
Yes.
I think it worked. Yeah, but it wouldn't have happened if it was just straight off of 2 Knuckles. I think.
But there was like a time skip.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys notice that they've been changing Sonic's design every single movie?
No.
Not really.
No. Watch Sonic 1 trailer, 2 trailer, 3 trailer. They've been doing some subtle changes every time because he's getting older. But yeah, no, there've been changes. But yeah, I agree with you. It's we.
I don't know. I was able to justify like the character development, like the subtle changes between 2 and 3 with Knuckles. I felt like
they should have showed it more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rumor is Knuckles is going to be in the Shadow movie, so I don't know. Hopefully that works.
Yeah.
Maybe then we'll get some of what you wanted.
Yeah. I honestly
some of that piss on the moon.
Yeah, some of that sweet piss on the moon action.
It's too
you
late.
Idiot.
They'll have to do the Shadow the Hedgehog fan dub. It's me, the devil. I'm here to make you sin. Oh man.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a good movie. It's I don't know if it's something I'd rewatch again. It's good quality for a sequel. I'm not like super a Sonic fan.
4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray. Huh.
Yeah, pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it. Watch the other 2 Sonic movies. I don't know if the Knuckles show is needed to.
You don't need to. You don't need to. I watched half the show,
Plus,
and then
who has Paramount fucking Plus?
I do.
We do.
We do.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Because there's a free version.
Anyways, grade it.
A+.
Hey.
B+.
What's stopping it from an A?
B+.
He's a snob.
Yes, I'm a snob.
My nerdy excitement for this film.
If there
throws
had
you
been
off.
a piss on the moon, how would that have changed your rating?
That's Frank.
A.
S rank, like in the games. S
Yeah,
rank.
yeah,
A.
it would be an A+.
S
Maybe
rank.
for me,
Yeah.
A plus, S minus.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good movie. Recommend. Media we've consumed. I'm gonna step in real quick.
I know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say, Hector?
Nosferatu.
I wasn't gonna talk about Nosferatu,
Yes, you were.
but I am going to speak about Nosferatu.
You're coming.
It's so good,
It's so
man.
good.
It's so
It's
good.
so good.
It's so goddamn good.
Ed watched it. He's like, I
You
am
need
coming.
to watch it. Like, this is. I
It's
know
special.
Robert Eggers isn't for everybody, but this one, like, The Witch hit the spot for a lot of people. A lot of people get turned off by The Witch. The Lighthouse really missed hard on the majority of people, and The Northman was really weird.
What do you mean the lighthouse? A lot of people say the
I know,
lighthouse
but,
is
like,
arguably his best.
yeah, but a lot of people got turned off by it because it's so fucking
You liked it.
weird.
What? Remember what your dad said at the end of watching it with you?
I can't say those words in Spanish. I will get banned. No, I'm joking. It wasn't that bad, but it was. He hated it.
¿Qué mierda era eso? Something like that, right?
What was it?
¿Qué mierda era eso, verdad? Something like that, right?
Some algo así, pero creo que es un poquito más fuerte.
Yeah. Anyways, Nosferatu. I think this is honestly his most accessible movie
Yes.
in reality.
I
It
feel like
has
it's the Northman.
Beautiful. Northman's really weird. It's accessible for like the first like 30, 45 minutes, and then not so much. But this one has some beautiful shots in the beginning.
Oh my god.
The setup for like the real big climax of the movie, incredible. This movie is Nosferatu is something else. And then I'm gonna go back to my original thing. I finally got around to watching Saltburn. And I'm going to agree with my brother on his letterboxd review of Saltburn. What the fuck?
Did he give it 5 stars?
No, he gave it 3.5. But he doesn't give anything 5 stars.
What
Or
would you
4.
give Saltburn?
I gave it 4 or 3.5. I don't remember. It's somewhere in there, but this Saltburn is so weird.
I kind of want to watch it now.
I don't want to watch it.
Yes.
You're fine.
It is something else. I also found out that sometimes women and men actors, when they are naked in a movie, sometimes they're wearing prosthetics.
Yes.
Did you think that Bill Skarsgård was like full on hanging dong?
I wish he
Yes.
was.
All this time for like
No,
years, I thought
It was a
I thought-
prosthetic.
I thought most guys were actually hanging dong,
There's some
and most women
puppet.
were actually
There's
showing their
sock.
tits.
There's
So
socks.
now, what?
It's socks for dudes.
I know, but sometimes they wear prosthetics to show.
So, funny story.
Like Chris Pine probably in that one movie, Outlaw King.
Funny story. Speaking of Nosferatu, speaking of prosthetics,
I know where you're going with this.
somebody was asked, I can't remember what movie, but there's a scene where Willem Dafoe is butt-ass naked,
Yeah.
and they had the prosthetic penis guy show up, and they're like, okay, Willem, now we need to fit you for your prosthetic, and the guy,
And his
I
dong
think it
is
was,
too big.
and his dong was too big
Yeah.
for the
Confusingly
prosthetic.
confusingly large, I think was the exact word
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, apparently Willem is hung like a fucking horse.
His lucky
Yeah.
wife.
I thought they used prosthetics. Or I thought they didn't. I thought they actually did. Hang dong. Okay, this comes into the Saltburn thing because Barry Keoghan is naked in several scenes of this movie. and he revealed that he did not wear a prosthetic, so that is actually him hanging dong. Secondly, there are 4 scenes in this movie that are some of the most fucked up shit I have ever seen in my life, and I visibly gagged at one of them.
4 stars.
I will just tell you. I will just tell you. Number one, like, watch the movie, go in completely blind. There is a bathtub scene. There is a
Oh,
bathtub
I
scene.
know about the bathtub scene. It's gross.
There's a bathtub scene. I'm just gonna say what the scenes are preceding these events, because you need to be prepared for these. Right. Second
Are they
scene,
like triggering, or they're just like?
they're
They might be.
disgusting
might be
and
triggering.
really fucking weird.
I know about one of
Okay.
them.
There's the see-through nightgown scene. That's just a quote that it said see-through nightgown. When you hear that quote said, be prepared to gag. The graveyard scene and the last scene of the movie. Jesus Christ. Shit was wild. Oh, there's a bed scene also.
Okay.
Whew, Saltburn. It's a movie that will never be made like that ever again. I pass the turn over to you.
Ruthie, go.
We watched Peaky Blinders, and it's really good. We watched the first episode. I'm chomping at the bit to watch the next episode. I don't know about him.
I am.
It's really good. I can see, yeah. Cillian Murphy's got acting chops. Obviously, he was an Oppenheimer, but like, you know, this is the one that put him on the map. As
Did
far
he
as
win
I-
for Oppenheimer? The Oscar?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That sucks. He deserved it.
Also, he smokes like a chimney in the movie. He smokes like a chimney in the show. His poor fucking lungs.
I don't think it's that. I think that was for acting.
He did win. He did win for Oppenheimer. Sorry.
Yeah, he earned it. I've been playing a lot of this game called Planet Crafters, which has been really fun, and I got the new Sims expansion pack. The last few ones I got them on sale. The new Sims pack is super fun. Life and Death. And yeah.
I watched Creature Commando. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do Kung Fu Hustle. It's a movie. It's like live
that's a
action.
movie.
It's a movie. It's by Stephen Chow. It's live action. 2002 or 3 was the year it was made.
2006.
2006.
Yeah.
Okay. It's It's like a it's a live action.
2004. We
Huh?
were both wrong.
2004. It's a live action film. Keep in mind, there's a reason I'm emphasize this. It is kung fu, and it is the most Looney Tunes shit I've ever seen. Like, this is a guy who's like, hey, there's this new technology, CGI. I'm gonna get real weird with it, and it is super funny.
CGI was already a thing at this point.
Well, like, it was
Yeah.
like more how it was being used for like every part of production.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
You
That
kept
is-
talking about it, and you made it sound like this was like
It
in
is-
the 80s, like Star Wars era CGI.
No. I meant like modern usage of CGI,
Yeah.
like Matrix,
Lord of
Matrix
the Rings
onward.
did CGI before this.
Yes, I mean more like Matrix onward style of CGI, but
Okay.
they used it for fun instead of being serious. They used it for
Um,
fun bits.
That is strange that you emphasize this live action Looney Tunes shit, because that is exactly how Chris Stuckman described a movie that came out this year called Hundreds of Beavers.
Yes, I want to see Hundreds of Beavers. It's on my list. My other one is a video. Speaking of martial arts, I have been playing a game called Nine Souls. I got it for Christmas. Imagine, like
Isn't it just Metroidvania Dark Souls?
Metroidvania Sekiro
Sekiro.
with it's Sekiro
Parrying.
deflecting, parrying, but the story's different. It's more direct. It's barely a Metroidvania because it's pretty linear.
Oh, okay.
But it's really good. The story's really good for like the kind of game it is. It's really good. And I like the characters a lot. I like all the characters. They're all a pretty entertaining
Yeah,
bunch.
the short bit that I saw you playing was pretty wild. Like
It gets weirder. It gets weirder in some parts. It is.
I don't know, just it was pretty. What I'm saying is like that whole ritual they had was really really interesting,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
it's worse. It
how
gets
the
worse
main
later
character
on.
kind of like just kind of like watches for a while,
Mm-hmm. It's
even though
interesting.
he's more knowledgeable than the people that he's living with and knows
Yes,
what's actually going on.
there's a reason for it, but yeah, it's really fun. Also, you know how in games you die, you start back at the checkpoint, right? There's an in-universe reason for it.
I love that shit.
I don't fully know it yet because the main character doesn't fully know, and I'm like around halfway into the game now. But like, it's
Oh.
tough. It's tough. But like, even he's like, "Wait, so how are you back?" I'm like, "Oh, it's because of this," but I don't fully understand it myself quite yet.
So kind of like how Starfield wrote into the plot New Game Plus.
I'm not touching that game. Todd Howard needs to. I don't think Todd Howard has it anymore. I didn't want to
No,
play
he
it.
lost it so bad with Starfield.
Did he ever have it?
Skyrim.
I don't know if I honestly-
Morrowind, Oblivion,
was he in
Fallout
charge of the.
3.
Okay, here's the thing.
Skyrim.
For
He's
all
lead
of those
designer.
games, if you told me that somebody else did all the heavy lifting and he slapped his name on it, I would absolutely believe you.
No, I think
No,
he had it,
He did the heavy lifting for Morrowind.
and
100%.
I think Oblivion he did too. Skyrim's the one that put them on the map though.
Which is weird because Oblivion, I don't know, it still sticks with me to this day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that.
Oblivion
I
sticks to me because of the fucking bugs and the characters and how the people act.
Stop!
And then just eating poisoned apple, sitting on a chair going, ugh, 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 ugh.
Or using getting the Jabberwock and staying at level 2 when you get stuck at the final boss, so you can just whack him with like the most powerful fucking spell in the game. Or no, with that one it would change him into like a rat or a troll, and it'd either make the game way easier or 10 times harder.
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
Yeah, Oblivion's great.
I
You
would
can play it now because we have the Steam share.
Oh yeah, I can.
You should do it. It's really fun.
How
Probably.
buggy is it on Steam? Because I haven't experienced like like I played it a little bit on computer, but I haven't experienced the fun bugs that I experienced in the Xbox 360.
I had it on Xbox 360. I mean, it didn't. Honestly, I felt like I noticed more like bugs like you described in Skyrim than Oblivion, and I gotta.
Oblivion is
Each
is
copy of Sky-
famous for its bugs.
each copy of Skyrim is personalized. By that I mean the bugs.
I wanted the bugs in Skyrim, but there weren't that many.
I felt like I got a ton of bugs.
I don't think I got any bugs in Skyrim. Even when I was doing mods that would break the game, I didn't get any
Keep
bugs.
in mind, I got different versions. I had Skyrim on 360, and I got Skyrim on PS4 because I kind of miss Skyrim.
And I have Skyrim through my.
I now have Skyrim through the Steam, and I felt like every time I played it, I haven't done it on the computer, but I got different bugs. I got both your bugs for Skyrim.
Mm. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. There's something about Oblivion that scratches my itch a little bit more than
They're about to
Skyrim.
rumors are going to re-release it this year.
Maybe.
Oblivion?
Yes, right in time for the fan-made Sky Oblivion to come out.
Mm.
So I feel bad for the Sky Oblivion team because they did all that. They said they're not going to stop, and I don't think they have to stop. But I feel so bad because they're probably going to make a better
Is Sky
thing.
Oblivion, like combining the Skyrim and Oblivion maps?
It's
It's
no.
it's
So what
Oblivion
it's-
made in the Skyrim engine.
Yeah, it's like the
Oh.
Fallout 4 New Vegas mod.
This one's actually close to being done after like 8-10 years.
I mean, they're still working on Fallout 4 New Vegas.
I don't think that one's going to go through.
They're like halfway done from what I heard.
Well,
Okay.
they made there was this whole like standalone game called Fallout London. That's just
That's a mod.
for Fallout 4, I think.
Yes, and it has some
It's a
actual
Yeah,
grade A
acting-
voice actors. I don't know how they were able to convince like
yeah,
very
actual
popular voice
acting,
actors.
Actual quest, a whole fucking story. Also
No, the
on
quest and the
Fallout
story and
London.
stuff makes sense. But how do you
Yeah.
get the high level voice actors to do it for a mod?
Yeah. Anyways, what are we watching next time? Is it my
Ruthie's.
pick finally?
Nope,
Again?
Ruthie's.
Oh,
Because we
What
had
is
to
it my
wait for
pick
the
again?
Christmas special, and then we had to do Hector's, and now it's mine.
and then it'll be mine, or then Hector's,
Then
and
it'll
then
be
mine?
yours, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Don't we get 2 picks because Ed got a few picks?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is my second pick.
Oh, right, yeah. So what's
and
yours?
I think this is your second pick.
Yeah, that
Sonic has been
yeah,
your
Sonic,
second pick.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling Sing.
The
Something else
Sing?
animated.
the
Yeah.
Illumination film.
Yes.
I don't want to. But
This
it's
is
not
my favorite part of the
Cats, so
podcast.
it's fine. But it's not
I
Cats,
can't say no.
so it's fine.
I can't say no. I can't say no. It's
I
not
have a
offensive.
standing veto on Cats. I can't veto.
Mm-hmm.
You only get the one.
Well, with exceptions, but
With exceptions.
exceptions.
But this is-
with reasonable exceptions.
but this one is definitely I can't veto. Fuck. All right.
I don't know. We just watched an animated movie. I had the I'm Still Standing song stuck in my head. It kind of just. I had another pick, and I can't think of it now, but it was like that and Sing. But the fact that Sting is still in my head tells me, you know what, it needs some fixing. Or maybe we should do Sing 2.
I haven't seen Sing 1. I don't want to have to go through Sing 1 just to do Sing 2. Let's just do one at a time
Okay.
with a break.
Okay.
If you want to do Sing 2 later,
Okay. As
Sure.
a treat.
I won't call it that, but yeah, sure. All right, so we're doing Sing next.
Join us next time for Hector's next favorite musical, Sing. He's so upset.
I'm not gonna say
See my
excited.
face.
I
I'm all so
feel your
upset.
face. This is my favorite part of the podcast.
Oh,
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
My New
Year.
Year is going great.
Bye.
Bye.
Today's film was Sonic 3, directed by Jeff Fowler. The film was written by Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and John Whittington, and the cinematographer was Brandon Trost. Go show some love on their various social media accounts. They made a movie, which is more than we can say here. Thank you once again, lovely audience, for joining us on yet another year of making movies objectively better. Join us for our next episode for Sing. I'm looking forward to it. Goodbye.